Did Jesus' words, "There shall not be left here one stone upon another," truly refer only to the destruction of the temple in AD 70, or do they contain a much deeper, spiritual meaning concerning judgment, the end of the world and the true temple of God? In this episode, we will examine one of the most mysterious prophecies of the New Testament. In the light of the King James Bible, the words of Jesus recorded in the Gospel of Matthew read, "Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down." Matthew 24:2. The disciples immediately connect this announcement with the end of the world. "Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" Matthew 24:3. Was Jesus speaking only about a physical building? Or about something far greater? 1. Herod's temple, a symbol of power. In the 1st century before Christ, King Herod the Great began a monumental expansion of the temple in Jerusalem. It was an enormous undertaking. 46 years was this temple in building. John 2:20. The temple was the pride of the nation. Massive walls, vast courtyards, and magnificent decoration. A remnant of it remains today in the Western Wall. For the Jews, it was the center of religion and national identity. Therefore, the announcement of its total destruction must have sounded shocking. A spiritual paradox. The Old Testament, it is the Gentiles who destroy the temple. In the New Testament, the situation appears reversed. The temple is expanded by Herod, a cruel and ungodly ruler. Many Jewish leaders reject Jesus. Jesus speaks with the Samaritan woman, John 4. In the parable of the Good Samaritan, Luke 10, it is the Samaritan who becomes the model of love. It looks like a reversal of roles. Why? Because a double symbolism appears. The nation outwardly chosen is no longer a guarantee of spiritual faithfulness. Herod becomes an image of satanic opposition. True election becomes spiritual rather than ethnic. The new temple. Jesus says something even more radical. "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." John 2:19. But he spake of the temple of his body. John 2:21. Here comes the turning point. The temple is no longer a structure of stone. The temple is Christ himself. Christ is the first and the last living stone. The cross becomes the moment of destruction. The resurrection, the moment of rebuilding. This means the true temple is spiritual, not limited to a place, not dependent on walls, not one stone upon another, physical or spiritual. In AD 70, the Romans destroyed Jerusalem. Many believe that Jesus' prophecy was fulfilled at that time. However, several questions arise. Why do the disciples connect this event with the end of the world? Why does Jesus speak of his coming in glory? Why did parts of the walls survive? If we look only physically, difficulties appear. But if we look spiritually, the picture becomes coherent. Satan and those who oppose God represent the spirit of death, dead stones. The earthly temple symbolizes a religious system based on the letter of the law. Its destruction signifies judgment upon everything that opposes the Spirit. The cross initiates judgment. The end of the world completes it. Stone upon stone may therefore signify the total removal of everything opposed to God, an entire spiritual system standing against him. To sum up, Herod's temple was an impressive structure. Jesus foretold its complete destruction. Yet he pointed to a deeper meaning, himself as the true temple. Not one stone upon another may signify spiritual judgment and the final separation of what belongs to God from what opposes the Spirit. If this episode helped you see Jesus' words and the true nature of the church in a new light, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. In your opinion, was Jesus speaking about a physical temple or a spiritual one? See you in the next episode.